Guys, Pintucks, if you've never heard of them, are just those beautiful decorative straight stitches. They are just fabric folds that are stitched in straight lines. They are really decorative. We see them on blouses, on dresses, trousers, skirts. You can see them everywhere. And they are not pleats, guys. They are not pleats. Pintucks are different from pleats, just that they simply or just look like they are the same. So here I have an example of a blouse with pintucks. Are you seeing? It's just a fabric folded on the right side, and then a straight stitch is just run down. Sometimes you can be even seeing that stitch, but in pleats you cannot be seeing the stitches. Even here some stitches are hidden away, just as you see here, but they are different. Pleats are different from pin tags, and I'm going to be showing you how to make simple pin tags in this video today. Here I have an example also with just one pin tag stitched on the front of this trouser. So this is just a pin tag, like tiny folds of fabrics are stitched just in a straight line. They are kind of parallel, or they can face different sides. So let us start the video. Guys, I have this simple fabric that I want to use to show you how to form pin tags. And first you can determine where you want your pin tags to be, which direction they are going to be facing. Are they going to be facing the same direction, or just facing opposite directions? Just this is pin tags are really used as a decorative design. So guys, I'm folding my fabric into two to have a crease line that shows me the center, and I'm going to be marking like half an inch points on either sides, just to help me when I'm folding to form my pin tags. So yeah, by the way, I have to, just as I've said on the start of this video, pin tags are formed mostly on the right sides of the fabric. So I want also to label my fabric so that we are not mistaking. So this is the wrong side and the other is the right side, and we are going to be forming our pin tags on the right side of this fabric. So guys, after marking the center of my fabric, I'll be folding into two and then start stitching at the sewing machine. We are going to be doing all this at the sewing machine, but first let me just go ahead and label the center of this piece of fabric that I'm going to be using. So that is the center, and now away from that center I'm going to be marking half an inch, just markings, and this will be helping me as I'm folding to form my pin tags. So you can even mark about 1 inch markings, or 3/4 of an inch markings. A 1/4 inch can be really very small. I think you should start with maybe 3/4 of an inch or half an inch, according to how you want your pin tags to look like. If you want them very tiny, you mark accordingly. If you want maybe if you want them to be a little bigger, maybe about like 1 inch, you still mark accordingly. So now at the sewing machine we are going to start forming our pin tags. Simply fold your fabric into two at the right side, as you see. Then after getting your measurement, you're just going to sew a straight stitch simply according to the measurement that you want your pin tags to look like. So after folding into two, Then I'm stitching by close to a 1/4 inch, in between a 1/4 and 1/2 inch. That is the measurement that I'm working with today, like that. So guys, remember I marked 1/2 inch markings, but I think I would have marked like 3/4 inch. You can even eyeball it. So that is our first pin tuck. So it's like a pleat formed and it is stitched down. Next, again, I'm going to be folding the next pin tuck. So fold the fabric still into 2, and then you sew by like 1/2 inch seam allowance, or 1/2 inch, or a 1/4 inch allowance, and you sew straight down. Pintucks are often parallel. In most cases they are really parallel, and you can like you can just form them on any fabric of your choice. So guys, now that is the second pin tuck. So if you want them to remain kind of standing, remember we are forming them on the right side, and this is how they look like at the wrong side. If you want them remain standing, you can just leave them like that, especially on sleeves. If you want them flat, you go ahead and iron them, and I'm going to be showing you all that in this video, so just keep watching. So let us form another pin tuck. Still, you just do your fold, then you sew by a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. So guys, I'm just going to go ahead and make like 4 pin tucks on one side of our center that we formed, and I'll also be making more 4 pin tucks on the other side, like 4 on the left hand side and also 4 on the right hand side, away from the center of this fabric that I'm working with. And simply you just do just the same, as long as you keep your measurements the same. Like if you're sewing by a 1/4 inch, continue sewing by a 1/4 inch. If you're using 1/2 inch or 1 inch, just continue with the same. And now guys, are you seeing? Those are my pin tucks. So I'm going to repeat the same on this other side. So I have changed my fabric so that I can easily sew. So still I'm folding, and then still I'm using the same measurement, just I'm sewing by close to 1/2 inch as the sewing allowance or seam allowance. So those are our pin tucks. So guys, after all that, this is what I have here. Are you seeing? All the pin tucks are formed on either sides of our center that we marked. Where you see that white chalk, that is our center. So yeah, we have 4 on the left hand side and 4 on the right hand side, and that is how they look like. By the way, they can face the same direction, or 4 can face the left hand side and 4 can face the right hand side. So it depends on how decorative you want your pin tucks to look like, or according to the design you want to form. This is how they look like at the wrong side of this fabric. So you have to remember that pin tucks, in most cases, you just want them to be at the right side. So guys, now I just want mine to lay flat. So that is where my flat iron comes in. So ironing them flat, you can even pour some water on top so that they really lay flat depending on the fabric that you're working with. So I'm ironing them, really pressing them flat down, like this. So after here, you're going to be seeing your finished product really neat and flat. So you can go ahead and form your Pintucks and maybe form a top or a dress, or at the end of your sleeves. They can really look so decorative and really nice. So guys, this is our finished product. They can be like here, they low-key look like gathered pleats or just simple pleats, decorative. So you can now just go ahead and cut your bodice block, and simply that is how Pintucks are formed. Go on and comment below what you think about them.